Have you ever wondered about the meaning of life, what it's all about? The big questions that keep us up at night, pondering our existence and purpose? Well, you're not alone. A very clever chap named Plato pondered these questions in ancient Athens. He was one of the greatest philosophers of all time, and his thoughts have shaped the way we think about the world even today. Now, Plato wasn't your average Athenian. He loved a good debate and had a knack for making people think. He would engage in deep discussions with his peers, challenging their views and encouraging them to see things from different perspectives. Plato was a student of the equally famous philosopher Socrates. Socrates was known for his method of questioning, which aimed to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas. Socrates didn't write anything down, but luckily for us, Plato did. He meticulously recorded Socrates' teachings and dialogues, preserving them for future generations. He wrote down all of Socrates' brilliant ideas in the form of dialogues, like plays, but about philosophy. These dialogues are still studied today and are considered some of the most important works in Western philosophy. One of Plato's biggest ideas was that there's more to life than meets the eye. He believed that the physical world we see is just a shadow of a higher, more perfect reality. He believed in a world of perfect forms that exist beyond our senses. These forms are the true essence of things, unchanging and eternal. These forms, like justice, beauty, and truth, are the real deal. They are the perfect versions of the concepts we encounter in our everyday lives. The things we see in our world are just shadows of these perfect forms. Plato illustrated this idea with his famous allegory of the cave, where prisoners mistake shadows on a wall for reality. Plato's ideas, though from long ago, still resonate today, offering us wisdom and guidance in a world that often feels confusing and uncertain. His thoughts encourage us to look beyond the surface and seek deeper truths, reminding us that there is always more to discover and understand. Now, let's fast forward a few centuries, from ancient philosophical musings to modern existential crises. The concept of nihilism has evolved and taken on new forms. Imagine a world where nothing really matters, a world devoid of purpose, where every action and every thought seems insignificant. That's the basic idea behind nihilism. A bit of a gloomy thought, isn't it? This philosophy suggests that life, at its core, lacks any inherent meaning or value. Nihilism says there's no inherent meaning or value in life, the universe, or even in us. It challenges the very foundations of our beliefs and the structures we've built around them. It's like saying, what's the point about, well, everything? This can be a daunting realization, leading many to question their purpose and direction. Some people find this idea liberating, a kind of freedom from the pressure of finding meaning. They see it as an opportunity to create their own purpose and live authentically. But for others, it can lead to feelings of emptiness and despair. The absence of meaning can be a heavy burden, leaving one feeling lost and disconnected. So how do we combat this sense of meaninglessness? How do we navigate a world where traditional sources of purpose seem to falter? How do we find something to hold on to when everything feels uncertain? Acts of kindness, connections with others, and personal growth can offer a sense of direction and fulfillment. That's where Plato comes in. His teachings and the wisdom of ancient philosophers can provide a framework for understanding and navigating the complexities of life. Plato's philosophy is like a beacon of light cutting through the fog of nihilism. He offers us a way out of the darkness by reminding us of the things that truly matter. You see, Plato believed that beneath the surface of our everyday experiences lies a deeper, more profound reality. This reality is not physical, but rather exists in the realm of ideas, the world of forms. These forms aren't just abstract concepts, they are, according to Plato, more real than the chairs we sit on or the stars we see in the night sky. Imagine the most perfect circle you can. Now draw that circle. No matter how hard you try, the circle you draw will never be as perfect as the one in your mind. That's because the perfect circle exists in the world of forms. It's the ideal, the blueprint for all circles in the physical world. The same goes for concepts like justice, beauty, and truth. We might catch glimpses of these forms in our world, but their true essence resides in that other realm. And it's this connection to a higher, more perfect reality that gives our lives meaning. Section 5. The Cave and the Shadows. This section delves into one of the most profound philosophical metaphors ever conceived. One of Plato's most famous stories is the allegory of the cave. This allegory is a cornerstone of Western philosophy and offers deep insights into human perception and knowledge. Imagine prisoners chained in a cave, their whole lives seeing only shadows projected on the wall. These shadows are cast by objects behind them, illuminated by a fire. They mistake these shadows for reality. To them, the shadows are the only reality they know, as they have never seen the objects causing the shadows. One day, a prisoner escapes and sees the real world outside. The sun, the sky, the trees. This newfound reality is overwhelming and blinding at first, but gradually the prisoner understands the true nature of existence. It's a bit like us, isn't it? We often live in our own caves, limited by our perceptions and experiences. We often mistake the superficial and fleeting things in life for what's truly important. We get caught up in the shadows of our own making, distracted by material pursuits and societal expectations. We chase after shadows, wealth, fame, power, without realizing that there's a whole world of beauty and meaning waiting to be discovered. By stepping out of our caves, we can find true enlightenment and a deeper understanding of life. Section 6. Love, Beauty and the Good. Plato believed in the power of love, not just romantic love, but a love for knowledge, beauty, and ultimately the form of the good. This wasn't a soppy kind of love, it was a driving force, an aspiration for something higher than ourselves. Think about a time you were moved by a piece of music or a work of art. That feeling, that sense of awe and wonder, is a glimpse into the world of forms. It's a reminder that there's more to life than meets the eye. Section 7. Fighting for Virtue, the Republic's Ideal. In his book, The Republic, Plato describes an ideal society where justice reigns supreme. It's a society where everyone plays their part, guided by wisdom and virtue. Now, we might not achieve this utopia in our lifetime, but the point is to strive for it, to be better versions of ourselves. Plato believed that by cultivating virtue, qualities like courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance, we could overcome our base desires and live more fulfilling lives. Section 8. Finding Meaning in a Meaningless World. So, what's the takeaway? How can Plato help us navigate the complexities of the 21st century? Well, in a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, Plato reminds us of the things that endure: truth, beauty, goodness. He encourages us to look beyond the superficial and seek out the deeper meaning in life. He challenges us to be better, not just for ourselves, but for the sake of something greater than ourselves. Section 9. Plato's Enduring Legacy. Plato might have lived over 2,000 years ago, but his ideas are still relevant today. He offers us a way to combat nihilism, not by denying the darkness, but by shining a light on the things that truly matter. So, the next time you feel lost or uncertain, remember Plato's message: there's more to life than meets the eye. Keep searching for truth, keep striving for goodness, and never stop being amazed by the beauty of the world around you.